Alright, so for today's home tour episode, we want to deep dive particularly into the 4-bedroom population right here within the Pasir Ris Town Central region. Now the key reason is because we are also featuring this very beautifully renovated 4-bedroom right here in Dines that's overlooking this beautiful greenery view, and we want to see if the 4-bedders are investable and whether there are any future capital upside appreciation. So let's dive into this particular episode right here in Pasir Ris Town Central. Let's go. So I'm going to break down this home tour into two portions. Now the first part is to decipher the demand and supply ratio of 4 bedrooms condominiums right here, especially within the Pasir Ris Town Central region. There are two key nodes right here. The first node will be this enclave right here, which sprouted starting from the CDL land plots of Livia to NV Residences in Palette, Dines, as well as Cocoa Palms. Now the second node, of course, will be where Pasir Ris 8 is located in terms of its integrated development right on top of the upcoming brand new Pasir Ris Mall, which is stipulated to be completed around the year 2025. And in terms of condo enclaves, there are a few key nodes right here. The first one will be where we are standing in right now, which predominantly were condos developed by CDL and Hong Leong. And the second node will be where Overseas Family School is located, and of course there are projects right there with Stratum, Elias Condo, you also have View 8 Residences, and the next node will be where Jalan Loyang Besar is, and of course that is where you have the huge enclave of Sea Horizon, you have watercolor, so on and so forth. Now why we want to pay attention to this particular enclave is because this is the closest condo enclave that's right across towards the Pasir Ris MRT station, and that MRT station of course is also going to be an interchange that cut across not just the east-west line but in future the cross island line that leads you all the way from Loyang Pasir Ris towards the center portion of Singapore and right towards Jurong. The start point will be Livia because the land plot in terms of land tenure age started from 2008. Now Livia was being developed TOP first, second one was NV Residences, third being Palette, fourth is Dines where I'm standing at, and the fifth one, which is the latest addition that was TOP in 2019, and that is Cocoa Palms. Now when you look at this, I'm going to bring up the land tenure start age as well as the TOP date, and of course the pretty interesting kind of observation firstly is to note that these 5 plots were either starting at 2008 or they started at 2010. However, their TOP date and construction completion date is progressively completed over the years starting from 2010 all the way to 2019. Now that presents a sweet spot and a disparity effect in terms of the price behavior, and I'm going to dive in later to have a look at the 3 and 4 bedders with the intent to hunt for a sweet spot to see what kind of bedroom type in which project will be something that has the highest potential to appreciate in the near future. But meantime, we have also broken down the amount of 4 bedders in this 5 project, and we started by looking at Livia having 700 over units with about 20% of the unit type being the 4 bedders, and then we move on to NV Palette Dines, which has about 22% of its 4-bedder population, which is about 200 units, vis-a-vis about 900 over units right here. Of course, the last one being Cocoa Palms. Now, in totality, we have about 720 odd units of 4 bedders within these 5 condos, vis-a-vis the total condo population of 4,114 units. So that is only a mere 17% of 4 bedders within this township, and that means that if you are somebody that's looking for a 4-bedder, or in future, let's say after you have bought this unit and you want to sell it off in the resale market within the 5 years period or maybe an 8 years period after you live here, the next family that's looking for a 4-bedder, and if they're not looking at Pasir Ris 8 being the core option, because we believe that Pasir Ris 8 when TOP in 2025 is going to be of course the new benchmark pricing of 4 bedders in the entire Pasir Ris market. And if your target audience in future is looking at this particular enclave and what out of the 5 condos right here, that means that they only have about 17% to choose from, which is only a mere 720 odd 4-bedroom units. And we think that out of the entire landscape in Pasir Ris, we've close to about 30,000 HDB apartments right here. In terms of its upgrading population from the existing audience, as well as audiences from outside Pasir Ris, that is going to be a nice sweet spot, especially if you are investing into a 4-bedder right here and staying in at the same time. Now, not forgetting, Pasir Ris is also pretty unique because Pasir Ris has this very new township, but we also observe that Pasir Ris has a very high density in terms of 4-room, 5-room, especially EAs and EMs. And in fact, it's almost very difficult to find a 3-room flat right here in Pasir Ris because most of the HDBs are the bigger nature HDBs. Now, that also means that in future, your HDB upgrading audience in terms of its family sizes, when they are looking to upgrade to a private condominium, 4-bedders and 5-bedders will be something that they will pay special attention to because maybe the existing size of their HDB apartments are already at about 120 to 150 square meters, and this is 133 square meters, and I'm standing in something that's 1,432 square feet, the biggest 4-bedder right here in the nest. And later on, we're going to feature and show you the beautiful interior with $200,000 of renovation that's been pumped into this smart home. So this home has a 4-bed kind of concept, the largest 4-bedder right here in D Nest. Now D Nest has 900 over units. In terms of its land plot, it has a nice L-shaped feature. It's also sitting on a huge site with 2 tennis courts, an infinity huge lap pool right in the middle, and of course different clubhouses that's sprouting over different parts of the landscape. You also have beautiful water features and playgrounds for your kids, barbecue pavilions, and of course within it, a jogging track right here in this L-shaped site plan. Now basement parking fulfills the need of drop-off points within during rainy season, so there's B1 and B2 parking. We're standing in this stack number 63 on a high floor with a dual facing. So on my left hand side, you face towards the entire condo facilities, and you get this beautiful longish pool view right here from your balcony. On the right hand side, right across us is the Tampines Township. So when it comes to space design, it's pretty nicely proportioned in the sense that though it has this wide angle layout that we've always been talking about compared to the usual narrow version kind of layout. So this frees up the entire wide length for your TV zoning, and that's the key reason why when you sit at your sofa space that's tucked against your back wall, it's such a huge depth towards the TV console space, and that also allows you to have a clear view towards the Tampines Township right here. You also have this balcony that's being carpeted with artificial turf, but the dining area is being dedicated right here towards the dry kitchen space. So there's this nice concave area right here that's being dedicated for dry kitchen before you head into your enclosed wet kitchen, and that allows you this opportunity to place in like a 6-seater right here. If we were to head back towards the foyer zoning, this is a zone that is the start point of the renovation, and later as we walk through, you're going to realize that this smart home has a lot of key smart features right here. So this place has modified a little bit basically. So of course the first portion will be where your DB box and shoe cabinetry space is. This is of course dedicated to more shoe cabinet space, and I think something beautiful is that there's a master switch right here. And the smart home system that our owners have deployed is that everything can be controlled through your mobile phone, and you can command and control the lighting system whether you're outside or at home just through the convenience of a mobile home, and you don't have to worry about forgetting to off any lighting points. So main design theme of the home is modern luxury kind of concept. So just have a sneak peek right here, which is towards the dressing table area, and of course I think the lady owners are gonna love the dressing table area because there's a custom-made dressing mirror with its own spotlights right there. And I'm gonna bring you towards the kitchen space first. So kitchen of course is a nice combination of an L-shaped kind of concept with an enclosable door right in the center. But that allows you to see through towards the external portion of your home. Space definitely is ample within the wet kitchen. So of course within the wet kitchen you have tabletop space on left and right flank, top cabinet, Electrolux is the main appliances given. But the bonus is really towards the yard zoning, because the yard zoning is generous. You get this walkable yard zone right here, and right above me is this AOS water tank system that encompasses 60 liters, and there's this super jet system right here which allows you to bathe in luxury just like you are in any of the top-notch hotels in Singapore. Now the yard is also generous in the sense you have a combination of outdoor clothes hanging right here within the yard zone. You also have your own utility room, and the utility room comes with its own set of windows, which is fantastic. You also have a yard WC area which is being converted into a storeroom as well, and this nice concave portion right here fits your washer cum dryer perfectly, and that still allows you to have cabinetry, storage space at the side for you put in your vacuum cleaner and the top hung as well. So as we walk back, something about the 4-bedders right here is that the maintenance fee is also very decent, because per month is less than $350 at this point of filming, and in totality per quarter is only about $1,000 per month for the largest 4-bedder right here. And if you look at some of the key features within the home, you will notice that this master room is definitely the main highlight, and I'm going to show you right here. So if you're wondering, well, this master room is really gigantic. Now the key reason is because out of the 4 bedrooms, the common room has been combined with this master room, but I'm gonna show you later in the event if you want to reinstate back, what can you do to reinstate back, and that's pretty easily done. But firstly, I think if you're a family with 2 or 3 children, this can still be preserved, especially if you have a young baby or toddler at home, because this portion of the home right here can be the space for your baby cot. It can be the space for your young child with a nice mini bed right here, because if they want to be close to daddy or mommy, I think this is the best kind of configuration that you want. Now the beauty is that the air condition points are still preserved within these 2 rooms. The central wall will be along this wall line right here. What you need to do is just to pull back the wall line, alternate right here to open up an opening, and of course close back the wall right here and reconstruct your entry point for the door towards the common room. So that is something that is possible, and we'll have for the quotation throw in for you if you want to reinstate back in future. That should cost you less than about $5,000 to put back to reinstate the entrance as well as the wall line. Now right now, assuming you want to maintain this room, this can also be doubled up with an additional glass panel right here. If you want a little bit more of a segregation, all you need to do right here is just to put in a huge glass sliding panel. It can be tinted as well, because this is a huge entertainment area, and you can open it up in the evening. You can watch your movies right here within your bedroom, and this also doubles up not just as a TV console space, but with its own storage areas with pull-outs right here. At the same time, this is a beautiful study table zoning right here. Now we just love the fluffiness of the bay window ledges, and I'm going to show you because they have all been cushioned beautifully with this very sturdy yet comfortable cushion panels right here. So we have talked a lot about how you can utilize bay windows, and this home just ticks all the check boxes because they have utilized it and designed it cleverly throughout the entire home. Now of course the first way is to make it into like sitting zoning. So this is like a full padded sofa area right here that you can sit here, you can chit chat. You want to sit right here, lay against the wall, read your favorite book, look towards the pool view. That is of course something that you can enjoy over the weekends. Secondly is to mount it with your study table, and this home has that as well. And this is a very clever way of how you can utilize the bay window. The third way, of course, I'm going to bring you out towards the common bedroom. And the third way, of course, is to mount your bed right on top of the bay window area, and that is how you utilize space. Now, imagine having this super single bed already mounted on top of the bay window with a bottom storage. You still have so much more space to maneuver within your common bedroom, of course. That's right across your sliding panel wardrobe space right here. And then you're gonna have this entertainment room right here, again with a full coverage of this very nice padded cushion space right on top of your bay window. Of course, this room is an entertainment room that the owners have designed, fully carpeted, wallpapered, of course with a very, just feels so comfortable. And most importantly is that you have created an additional fluffy area on top of your bay window ledge. So within the nest, there are 3 types of 4-bedders. The first type will be the compact size, 1,270 square feet type, and then the second type will be 1,410, and the third type will be this largest version with 1,432 square feet. Now, key difference will be the spaces within the entire home. The largest version will have a bigger hall space as well as wet kitchen, and of course in terms of yard space as well. And in terms of bedroom sizes, there's also some key differences. But the most important thing is that we have talked a lot about buying big. If you have the financial capability and of course the investment quantum to do so, the key rationale is because when you go for 1,432 square feet compared to, let's say, example, if you are contemplating between buying a 3-bedder, which might be in the range of about 1,000 to 1,100 plus square feet, the rationale is that every $100 per square foot increment in terms of per square foot pricing is going to bring about a difference in terms of quantum appreciation. So let's just give an example. Let's say in the next 5 years, should the prices right here appreciate by at least, for example, a $200 to $300 per square foot, what's going to happen is that every $100 gain has a significant difference between a 1,000 square feet apartment and a 1,432 square feet apartment. Let's just have a look that if you were to increase by $100 per square foot each, this is going to appreciate by $100,000, but this is going to appreciate by $143,000. At 200 PSF increment will have then a bigger significant difference because this is going to go up by $200,000, but this is going to go up by $286,000. Of course, so on and so forth. Once move on to $300 per square foot, the quantum then becomes different. And most importantly is that the key difference will be towards buying something which only has about 720 odd units in the entire 5 condos right here within the Pasir Ris Town Central township. Next, we're going to dive into some of the sweet spot and price disparity that we noticed in terms of 3 and 4 bidders. And by doing that, we're going to bring out this comparative market analysis that our research team has done. So we have also deep dive into the 3 and 4 bidder pricings right here. And of course, as I speak, I'm going to showcase out the pricings right here within these 5 projects. Now, naturally, when you talk about pricing, the key determinant will be 2 key factors. Number 1, of course, we have to look at the land tenure age. However, the most significant one will be the date of completion and TOP within this project. Now, the key rationale is because when a project is being launched later, the pricing that's being launched naturally will be higher than the previous projects that were launched earlier, because as every year passes, inflation and other things kick in, and of course developers, they will naturally launch at higher pricing. So let's have a look at Livia all the way towards Cocoa Palms, and you will notice that Livia was the first project that was completed in 2011, and these are its 3 and 4 bidders asking price right now. And moving on to Envy Residence that was completed in 2013, this 3 and 4 bidders asking price, and then following which we have Palette was in 2016, The Nest was completed in 2017, and Cocoa Palms was the latest one that was completed in 2019. And of course, within these 5 projects, naturally Cocoa Palms will hit the top of the food chain in terms of its asking price right now, because the launch price that the first-hand owners bought in were naturally higher than the first 4 projects that was being launched. And that's only a natural market behavior, because nobody will want to sell back at the price that they purchased or lower than the price that they purchased first-hand. So The Nest now has the highest asking price, is now 3 and 4 bidders. But what's going to happen is that Pasir Ris 8 has technically changed the game for Pasir Ris in terms of its private property pricing behavior, because it's done so well on its launch. And of course, right now in terms of the percentage, there's only a small percentage of unsold units. And when we further dive into the population of the 4 bidders right in Pasir Ris 8, there's also a very small amount of population of 4 bidders, because there's only 30 units of 4 bidders right there. Oh, it's 487 units, which is less than 10%. The 4 bidders right there are transacting right now at about $2.5 million. The 3 plus study are doing at about $2.2 million. The 3 bidders are doing at between the range of about $1.8 to $2 million, depending on your facing and size. And when that project is estimated to be completed in 2025, what's going to potentially happen is that this is going to be the upward asking price movement of the first-hand owners that bought into Pasir Ris 8 at this 3 bidder pricing of $1.8 to $2 million, 3 bid plus study at 2.2, 4 bidders at 2.5, and by 2025, which is in 3 years time, if all these owners has unanimously decided that they will never sell unless they see a 200,000 or 300,000 upwards quantum appreciation, this is going to be the new asking price right there in Pasir Ris 8, which would then mean that a 3 bidder will be going for about $2.2 million, a 3 plus study will be going for about 2.4, and a 4 bidder will be going for about $2.7 million. Now, when we bring back to the current asking price of The Nest in terms of its 4 bidder right now, this unit is asking at $1.98 million per square foot, is at 1,003 plus per square foot, and compare that with the current asking price of Pasir Ris 8 4 bidders, which is also at about 1,004 plus square feet. Of course, this is a brand new integrated project. Of course, the cream of the crop in the market, and that is going at about $1,800 odd per square foot. We're seeing close to about 500,000 quantum difference, as well as close to about $400 to $500 PSF difference. But if we compare that with what is going to happen in 2025, this difference is going to pull away further, because we will then be comparing with a $1.98 million entry price to a $2.7 million asking price of a Pasir Ris 4 bidder next time. That is only assuming if the owners want to see a $200,000 quantum appreciation. If any owners want to have at least a $300 to $400 gain, then we'll be seeing at about $2.8 or $2.9 million asking price for its 4 bidders right there. And of course, that's entirely possible because the owners will have no reason to sell, because living at an integrated project is one of the most convenient projects in the entire condo kind of arena. And in terms of PSF in future, that's of course going to touch above the $2,000 odd per square foot. So when we see this pull away, we think that it will then form a nice sweet spot in terms of holding power and a safety benchmark, because when you hold something at below $2 million at about 1,003 plus per square foot, you're enjoying the 4 bidder that's really been renovated beautifully. All you need to do is to enjoy the space and allow for the appreciation within the estate to take place. Not forgetting, the next part is that we also notice that in terms of growth, and growth draws in population into the estate itself, and the growth right here is tremendous, because just have a look at this greenway corridor. There's going to be the central zoning all the way from Pasir Ris MRT station with White Sands Mall and the new Pasir Ris Mall, and it's going to create a nice cycling and pedestrian walkway zoning, leading residents right from the township into the beachfront area. And in terms of amount of rejuvenation right here, we're just going to bring out all the URA master plan that's going to ongoing and happening. Of course, this is the place that even ourselves, we have a lot of friends and clients and colleagues that are living right here within Pasir Ris, and we think that one of the key rationale that people love to live here is firstly because of the new township, of the upcoming growth and demand. And at the same time, this is of course a beachfront estate and you're in such close proximity, not just to Changi Airport, but also in terms of transportation. The East-West line and the future Cross Island line is going to bring us so much convenience to the existing residents right here. Last but not least, we had to look in detail of the master room again because I haven't showed the entire master room, and this is the kind of feel that you will get when you first enter. So of course, we have covered this very beautiful area, and I think we'll just palm about 20 seconds for you to enjoy the master room in detail. Let's go. Alright, now that you enjoy the master room, I'm going to show you this nicely crafted dressing area. So this mirror is a custom-made mirror with its custom-made beautiful bulbs, 11 bulbs right here. And I think when you sit here, you do your dressing up, I think you're gonna enjoy the process. And it's such a nice space because there's an L-shaped 4-panel inside this walk-in wardrobe. Of course, your ensuite. The beautiful thing is that it's also nicely armed with this system right here. I'm gonna test it out. Cool, isn't it? Because you're facing towards the external part of the project, technically speaking, you don't really have to pull down your blinds, but of course, the automated system is already pre-built for you. Well, done with the home tour, and thank you for staying with us throughout. And of course, not forgetting to highlight that there's a lot of nice, beautiful mirror features right here. And you have to take a look at this home in greater detail. And thus, if you want to have a physical look at this place, give a call to our listing managers. The numbers are right down below. And thank you for staying tuned with us on this home tour episode to decipher and deep dive into whether 4 bedrooms in the Pasir Ris Town Central township is suitable for investment and future growth potential. And of course, featuring this beautiful 4-bedder right here in D-Nest. My name is Melvin Lim, PropertyLimBrothers. As always, happy to show the place. In the meantime, take care. So editor here, you just pump 20 seconds of walking through with a nice luxury music. And you fast pace it, and you show me here, okay? Okay, come. Okay, one more time. Over here, the editor just pump another 15 seconds of walk through. It's plus minus, not much of a... Okay, wait, that one take away.